Hello and welcome to today's Just Chopsing Podcast. I always nearly forget that bit. And today we have At the Sun, joining David and myself. Well, we have some of the members are from At the Sun. They are a 5-piece band. Where are you from, guys? Because I couldn't find where you were from.
We're London-based.
London, is it?
Yeah. Well, now we're a little bit all over the place, but like Craig's moved to Brighton, and Kieran's Harry's in Gatwick. But yeah, pretty much London. So.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. I mean, I've been talking to Craig for a while over the interweb.
Yeah, exactly.
Over Instagram, and we were in contact for a couple of months, I think, Craig, weren't we?
That's right. Yeah, sort of chatting backwards and forwards, but we kept missing dates and stuff with other things going on in life, right? But it's good to be here now, anyway. So.
Yeah. Like you just said, you're not one of them insulation guys.
No, despite the jacket, which is insulated. No, I'm in my sort of studio, which is basically the garage, which is converted, and it's pretty bloody cold in here. So,
right, okay,
all wrapped up. Yeah,
my studio is the basement, so
equally cold, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, it's fucking boiling in here.
Dream of that.
That's why I got a t-shirt on.
Yeah.
All right, then want to kick it off, Dave?
Yeah. So I've checked your music out, and you're very, very Rival Sons-esque.
Okay.
Who I'm a very big fan of. I saw them 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, at the Steelhouse Festival in South Wales. And class. So I'll be honest, I've only started listening to music today because obviously you guys were coming on. But it's banging. Really, really like it, guys.
And I only told him yesterday.
You did, yeah.
I told him last night after the other one.
Well,
yeah,
it's
awesome.
Like one of my favourite bands, so that works quite well.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Yeah, they are cool. Absolutely awesome. So you had an album come out, Leave Before the Light.
Yeah.
So was that your debut album?
We did an EP before that, which contained some of the songs on Leave Before the Light.
Okay.
And pre-COVID now, right? So how long ago was that? Did we release that?
27 years ago, no, wasn't it? Something like
that. Yeah, feels like
a long time ago, and I've grown a beard since fucking COVID.
Yeah. But that came out, and then we went on a mini tour, we started over lockdown. We kind of just got back into songwriting, I guess, and hopefully new material coming out soon with a bit of luck. So.
Cool. Okay. So you looking to release a new EP, or are you going to go straight to a full album, second album?
I think yet to be decided on our part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you got enough songs for an album then?
The way we were writing, I didn't think it would take too long to actually do that. But it's whether the model has completely changed to what it used to be, right? Like release your album and then tour your album. Now it's release a single. It's become the pop model. So release a single, release another single, do that over and over and over again, and then release the album once everyone's heard everything anyway. So it's a bit odd. We yet to decide kind of what the best approach is. We don't know, to be fair. So
that seems to be the modern way. Then it's like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it keeps you more relevant if you like releasing a single every 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, maybe.
Stuff so quickly nowadays and forgets about it. So
Because exactly. Sorry.
We felt that with the album. We had all these great songs on there, and we recorded the album over a period of a year, pretty much over 3 sessions, and and then we released it, and it's all kind of gone in one go, and you only get one hit at the glory and the fun of releasing it, and then you tour it, and then you've got nothing to maintain the momentum. You have to come back and write more stuff, but you want to tour more, so it's kind of like actually spreading it out. I think is better for everyone, really. It makes you pay attention to, focus on the songs rather than just like skip a few tracks and listen to others and things like that.
Exactly,
yeah. I think it gives radio a bit more of an opportunity to discover you as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you just chuck an album out there and then maybe you've got 1 or 2 really strong songs that you think are radio worthy, I mean, once those 2 songs have been listened to, and if the radio station decides they're not radio worthy,
that's it,
you're pretty much in limbo, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
That's true, yeah.
So, I think it's a good idea to just chuck one out every 6 to 8 weeks. And then maybe put an album together at the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
With 2 or 3 bonus tracks, that you haven't released.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Humans Live or something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember
that's really good cover, that is, guys. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
But are you signed to a label or anything?
We're independent at the moment.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw on your Spotify playlist for your album and stuff, it just says At the Sun Band. So,
Yeah.
but that's cool. I got no problem whacking a video and that in on the end. Then got no copyright issues.
No.
No, go for it.
Yeah, cool, man. Because I'll include your music in the episode. You see.
Perfect. Yeah, that'd be great.
And because
Okay,
I haven't got
yeah.
much room on this video, but
If you need us to pick any songs from the list, you let us know and we can do that. And or if you want to pick them, go for it.
all right, cool. Okay, yeah, I'll do that anyway.
Yeah.
Which are your favourite songs on the album then?
Ooh, Craig.
Mine is maybe Preacher.
Okay. Write it down.
Raise Your Glass is my favourite one. Just
Yeah,
because
I
it's the
think-
most fun. I like playing it live. That's the only reason. So,
Same.
Yeah.
Same. You're, when you hit your solo in Raise Your Glass, it's kind of like one of those live moments where it's like, whoa.
you know what it is for me? It's after Kieran starts the intro and then the drop into like the first bit. As long as we all hit we're all in tune. It sounds great.
All in the same tune.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Don't know why I'm writing them down because I can just fucking look at this when I'm editing it. So,
Fair.
because I never used to edit anything, and now I've started editing stuff.
Oh, nice.
So
one.
I
Where do you
started
post
putting
the full
loads of shit
video
in, you know.
afterwards?
Sorry,
Where do you post the full video afterwards?
it goes on to YouTube.
Oh, it's on YouTube, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've got a YouTube channel and slowly growing.
Yeah, Spotify as well.
Yeah, we've got Spotify. Yeah, it goes actually not the episode with the songs. I mean, only the episode with the songs goes to YouTube.
Yeah.
And then just like this radio version, if you like,
Yeah.
goes to Spotify, Apple, everywhere else,
Oh yeah, I found you guys. There you go. Follow.
everywhere you can imagine, I think.
Nice.
And we've got a website.
Seeing this is going out to the interweb, Chet, you're a bit quiet actually, mate. Can you get a bit more gain on?
Hello. 1, 2.
Gain.
Is that louder?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I record all the tracks separately anyway. So
Oh, nice.
it'll be a bit of a nightmare, but which is something I've only recently started doing because we've had a few duff episodes. To be honest.
Well,
Didn't even know you
to
could
do
do
with
that.
stuff. You've had to play with them a little bit, haven't you, to try and get the sound up and
Yeah, but now it's easy because I record everybody individually. So
yeah. It's because I think I used to be a bit of a nightmare for you because when we first started, it was probably because I was nervous. I was really fidgety, so I was kind of like doing like a Mick Jagger impression or the mic all the time. But I've noticed I don't tend to move about so much now. It's probably
Get
my
used to
age. Yeah, I get 50 next year, so I just need to retain as much energy as possible. I think. I used to be really, really fidgety, didn't I?
yeah. But where'd you get your inspiration from, guys? Are you all have you got all different tastes, or are you pretty much on one?
I think we do actually, yeah.
Yeah, I think we do.
We've got quite
Just-
a range, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just getting inside the studio and just mix the whole stuff
Yeah.
and see what's going on there. Yeah.
I think for me,
Yeah.
it's definitely kind of like we said before, Rival Sons is a big influence, but like I started playing guitar, listening to like Hendrix and John Frusciante and more like kind of blues based rock.
Yeah.
And then I know Kieran's more into kind of like Monster Truck and those guys,
Okay.
and who is it? Alter Bridge and all like Blackstone Cherry and those guys.
Yeah.
Craig, what about you?
I guess I used to I grew up with all the grunge stuff and everything, so all the Nirvana stuff and Stone Temple Pilots and all that kind of stuff, Pearl Jam. Loved all that stuff, loved the Guns N' Roses stuff. I remember the big hair rock days, you know, all the Jovies and all that stuff. It's always great arena rock stuff to play to. But I also like a lot of sort of electronica and EDM type stuff as well.
Yeah.
So I'd like the blend of rock and sort of synth sort of sounds as well. I think that's pretty awesome. There's a couple of little bits of proggy stuff on the fringe of things, but it's definitely out on the fringe of things. It's like
Okay.
just keep the prog stuff on the outer edge, just purely because I appreciate the technical element of it. But I'm not a great prog drummer any more than I'm a jazz drummer. You know, I like 4 on the floor, out the door kind of.
Yeah. What about you, Reno?
Well, to be honest, when I was really young, I started with metal, like fully metalhead. Then I started opening a little bit and yeah, maybe like Monster Truck, Alter Bridge, Winery Dogs, Mr. Big. Then I started like opening all this genre with rock and blues. But yeah, mainly those bands really.
Okay, yeah.
And I guess like outside of rock, all of us love we don't not like a genre in particular. We like good songs, whatever genre that might be, and I think that comes through in the new stuff we're writing. Because we're trying to experiment with like new sounds and different instruments and not going too crazy with it, but like even like focusing on like what makes a good pop hook and saying, okay, can we like integrate that into our own songs and stuff like that. So it's all like a wide variety of things, because I'm massively into jazz now as well, so it's kind of Craig so
can't help
there's going to be some jazz drumming going on. Swing,
a bit of swing.
Yeah.
What's his name? George Melly.
Yeah. Is he what jazz? Is he a drummer? Jazz drummer?
No, he's a singer, wasn't he?
He's a singer. Oh, I don't know.
Wasn't he a singer, Dave? George Melly?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he was a bit of wacky, I think. I think he was a wacky, bit of a wacky. I think he always wore a hat. It's going back to sort of like 70s, 80s jazz type stuff. I think it was George Melly.
Bit of everything.
It was a Viz character, but then I realised that's Roger Melly.
Yeah. Same sort of, same back.
Showing my age there, I think.
Yeah.
Roger Melly, man on the telly.
That's him, yeah.
Man on the telly.
You're obviously from Argentina, I believe, Reno, yeah?
I'm from Argentina, indeed, yeah.
So what's the rock scene like over there? Because, in the UK, we sort of like take it for granted, do you know what I mean? But is there a big rock scene in South America?
Yes, there's a huge rock scene down there. We actually export a lot of pop music, rock music to all the Latin America, even to Spain as well. Argentina is huge in metal and rock, definitely. Loads of bands, new sounds, quite modern as well. So yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I got a mate who's Greek, and he's for everything. Even his mates are all heavy metal mad,
Yeah.
So it's probably all like the same sort of. And they got some really weird band names as well, like fucking Killing Your Fetus or stuff like that. There's just some really mad stuff he's into. It's like, my mate's band's playing at the FNR. Do you want to come and see him? I was like, what are they called? It's like, stamp on your eyeball or something weird, It's like, but it's all like death metal and stuff,
Yeah.
They're into all that weird stuff. I mean,
doesn't sound very radio friendly, in fairness.
Yeah, no, probably not. I mean, your stuff's pretty radio friendly, I think. It gives me like I was saying to David, it's like a 70s vibe, but like a modern 70s vibe, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? It's a bit Deep Purple, free sort of stuff with a modern flavor, if you like.
Yeah.
I like it, man. It's really good.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I think that's kind of like the modern kind of edge is what we're kind of trying to introduce more and more into our sound, as well as keeping like our kind of influences there too. I think at the moment it's what interests us, right? When we're in a studio together writing songs, it's kind of just what naturally comes out at the moment. So it's good.
The new stuff is coming quite modern.
Yeah.
Can't wait to finish it.
Yeah.
What do you think like modern is? I don't know. What's the modern definition of rock music, I guess?
I guess sounds and combining more of an electronic kind of or a digital vibe to it, maybe.
Yeah.
Not too much, but
I'm going to give them a plug now. I don't really want to, but I'm going to. Have you heard the Autumn Killers' new album?
No,
I haven't yet, but I will do after this.
Oh yeah. And I shouldn't say I don't really want to, but it's not. It's because it's not part of this show. But they've come very rock electronic, haven't they, Dave?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
They're only a 3-piece as well, so they've got like probably a Mac going on in the background, I guess.
Yeah, maybe if they got track, it's one of the I think like most bands that we see that are big now have some sort of track in the background. Like, even like those damn Crows, when we went to see them, they're using track nowadays to just fill it out a little bit more, like with a synth pad in the back or something like that. And it sounds great. It sounds really good.
Yeah, Stone Broken the same, right?
Yeah, Stone Broken did it as well, right? Yeah.
Same deal. Yeah. All the big people already. So
fucking U2 have been doing it all their career, so
yeah.
But that's you're not allowed to tell people that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about ABBA? You like ABBA's new stuff?
I actually haven't listened to the new album yet, but I do love ABBA.
No, the new stuff's rubbish.
Oh, really?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It's like
killer, you.
it's like old age pensioner ABBA.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, it's gone wrong, hasn't it? Have you heard it, Dave?
No, I don't like their old crap, so I wouldn't.
Oh,
I mean,
great
they're old stuff.
songwriters.
Yeah,
Great
they're also
songwriters.
classic in it. Do you know what I mean? You can't.
You want to write a pop hook? That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that and that Mamma Mia film. I just can't abide.
Yeah, I think it's associated with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
If you
problem.
heard it standalone, it'd be
The only
alright.
good thing of ABBA was Priscilla, Princess of the Desert, or whatever that guy. It was
Yeah, Guy Pearce. Yeah.
Guy Pearce film. No, that was cool. I really enjoyed that when they're all dressed up, and because it's like they're dressed up as women, in they and stuff, and that was good fun. And they were sort of like lip syncing to a lot of ABBA music and that, which.
Well, that was John Travolta.
No,
not John Travolta.
that was Tu Wong Fu or something.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
No, this is a much earlier one with it was the dude out of the Matrix, Agent Smith. I don't know his name, the actor.
Oh, Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, he's in it as well, I think. And it was a great lineup. And I remember watching it. Mr. Seal, we need to watch this. And I was like, I'll watch it. And it was so funny, really, really good. And that was like ABBA, wasn't it? So
There you go.
Were they all trannies in that as well?
Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and because it's so old, and they were going sort of like in the outback of Australia. They really weren't accepted wherever they were going. Do you know what I mean? So there was like elements of it where they were getting battered and bullied and stuff, weren't they? So it sort of opened your eyes to, what those sort of people and performers are going through as well. But they were playing along to ABBA.
Those sort of people.
Yeah.
It's a good soundtrack just about people being able to be themselves. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's like that Suzy Woo Tu Wong Fu movie, though, isn't it?
That was cool as well.
But when they always fight, all I can remember was a load of fighting.
They were scuffed. I think they were fighting amongst themselves.
I think they were.
Wesley Snipes was in that as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wesley Snipes is in it. There's bound to be some fighting.
Yeah.
You gotta
Definitely.
kick somebody.
Him and Steven Seagal, there's got to be a body count somewhere. Way those films go, isn't it?
So you've got a very DIY ethic to your band. Is that through personal choice, or because you just can't get a manager?
Well, we used to have a manager.
Yeah. Was he any good?
He was actually good, yeah. I think at the time, for us, it didn't make sense, though, because we realised we could actually just do it ourselves.
Okay.
So, yeah, he was actually really good. He's still managing quite a few bands, actually. And they're all doing really well. Like Guerrilla Riot, I don't know if you've heard of Guerrilla Riot.
Guerrilla
Riot.
Yeah, it's that manager there.
Okay.
But yeah, we just realised that for us, we all have like different skill sets, so that can actually somehow work to run a band. So for us, it was a no-brainer, kind of. No point paying for a manager or a manager taking any cuts of any profits if we can do it ourselves. So
Yeah.
so yeah, we just went for that.
Because we spoke to Dane Campbell last week, and I was fucking gobsmacked, to be honest, because obviously he's the son of Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, and they don't have any management either.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's becoming less and less important, I think, because all of these things, like promoting yourself now on social media,
Yeah.
you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
So not that we're that active on social media at the moment, but that was because we had like a year off.
Yeah. Well, most people did, but
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you can just do it yourself. There you go. So,
yeah, I know you can do it yourself, but it's like you would think of somebody of Phil Campbell's stature. I mean, he was in arguably the biggest rock and roll band in the world for 30 years, and I was just gobsmacked. He didn't have a manager. I was like, the fuck's this?
I think it also comes through as more authentic to the people that follow you as well, though, because if you're actually running your own stuff and then like somebody comments or tweets you or something like that, and you're the people that actually reply, it means something, I guess. You get a better connection with your fans, which was super important for us as well. We always wanted to make sure that our fans are happy.
Yeah. Oh, we better scrap that guy then, Dave. We were going to get somebody in to run our page for us.
Fans. We got 2 fans. We can't afford to upset them, so you're right. No, I get that, and I think that's where when we started doing these podcasts, my father-in-law was staggered with the people we were talking to, because he said when he was younger, the bands that he liked, they were always like untouchable, and you could never speak to them, you could never meet them, and things like that. But like with social media and meet and greet and all that, you know, I think it's far more important these days than it was. I don't think you need like these enigmas on stage. People want to know who you are and meet for breakfast, and you know, what you're not listening to and stuff. It's
exactly.
It's a different era and a different time, isn't it? So yeah, I get that. I like the hands-on approach. You know, I said to Terry a few times, I love going to a gig and I'll turn it on my CD. There's a fanboy and get you to sign it and stuff like that, and have a quick natter and all. Do you know what I mean? It's great. That's kind of like that's the kick that I get out of it after seeing the gig. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's still plenty of prima donnas out there, though.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Plenty of them.
I've only met one. I've only seen one.
You're not talking about me, Dave.
No. I've only seen one. Everybody else, that you know.
Who was it, Dave?
What's that?
Who was it?
Yeah, no, we want to know.
Yeah, you got to say the name now.
Justin Hawkins.
Oh, yeah, he's a fucking wanker anyway.
He was the only guy, but whereas like, you know, I went to a local venue, 100 people, and Blaze Bailey was stood in the corner on his phone, and then grabbed hold of me, walked me over to the merch stand, and told me what CDs to buy and stuff. You know what I mean? I probably spent 20 minutes with me just having a chat, and
that's cool.
You know, so you know, everybody that I've met I've always got so much time for you.
Yeah.
Which is great, you know, and that's why, you know, I get drawn in then. So as soon as I've been and watched you, I get drawn in, I get straight on your webpage, and I'm buying all your merch. And I got the t-shirt, the hat, the wristbands.
One of our gigs, got plenty of
Well, I'll get around to South Wales and you'll be there, you know.
Yeah,
you'll be buying all this shit off you. So
the meeting of the fans after playing is like the best bit for us as well, you know, because it's one thing to play on the stage, but it doesn't really feel any good if the people you're playing to aren't feeling it, you know.
Exactly.
So it's that sort of connecting with people on the stage, and then afterwards as well, you know, people come up to you at the merch desk, or when you're just going across to get your third shandy from the bar or something like that.
Shandy man.
Rock and roll.
Great rock and roll,
maybe.
Yeah, I'm a shandy man. But yeah, so but you know, when people just like grab hold of you and just go, oh yeah, it's a great set, blah blah, you know, it's really nice to just stop and have 2 minutes chat with someone about that. You know, it's just really nice. That's the equally as good bit of it for us as it is being up there playing the songs, you know, or spending time in the studio. You know. What are you doing it for otherwise? You know?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, but you find a lot of these smaller bands have usually got the biggest attitude as well, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, you know, I don't know. Sometimes you get a weird vibe from them, and it's like, well, you know, you're just in the same situation really as most other bands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, but you think you're a fucking rock star or whatever. It's like,
yeah.
I think we've been lucky. We've played with some really good bands, and even recent, you know, we've sort of like, when we toured, we had great bands, and we had some, you know, we chose who we wanted to have on the stage, which was awesome as well. But you know, when we've done lots of other bands around town, and you know, at Gravesend and places like that, Leo's Red Line and stuff, it's great. It's just awesome. It's always a good vibe there, and there's always good bands, you know, and there's always a good camaraderie between the bands. I haven't, touch wood, we haven't met anyone that we thought, oh, you know, they're a bit crap, let's avoid them, you know. There might be a few people that say that about us, I don't know, but
I don't know, it depends.
So there's lumberjack shirt.
It's not a mob.
After a few shandies, man.
Yeah,
after a few shandies.
Anybody's after a few shandies.
That's it.
Yeah, but you know,
I was gonna say, I've seen it. So like, even when I turn up to gigs and you've got the main act and they're helping the support acts carrying their gear and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
It's great. It's really good. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's great when you see that. It really is. And like just helping someone out, helping someone load out on the stage, because the turnaround times are normally quite
usually quick.
Quite tight. So like, you know, you've got someone else's drummer helping you get your cymbals off and things like that, whilst you're, you know, putting his snare on for him and stuff. You know, it's kind of cool when you have that kind of rapport with the other people playing. It's nice, you know.
Yeah, you need it really anyway, don't you?
You do. I mean, you're going to see the same bands on the same circuits round and round. Yeah. We're all kind of at the same level, going through the same stuff. So you know, it's kind of nice to have a good rapport with these guys, rather than it being some kind of weird competitive vibe because it's music, it's not sport, right? So
yeah, but you find that, don't you? Sometimes, you find some people think, oh, well, how are they playing that and we're not playing that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely see that.
How did they get that spot and we should be on there? And it's like, well,
there's always a bit of jealousy, right? How did
there is, but you've got to work hard. I mean, being in the band's not easy, is it?
No, it's not.
And trying to get yourself known. I mean, you just saying there, Chet, that you haven't really been active on social media for a year, obviously because of the pandemic. But I mean, a lot of bands we speak to have been really active. Through the pandemic,
I think we took a conscious decision not to, because I think everyone was just kind of like, let's just deal with like surviving. While we're doing this. And also, we write best when we're in a room together. It's what happens. So we did try writing, and then we felt like it was being forced almost, because we're like, okay, we're all doing our little remote parts, and then we're saying the magic gets lost. So when we were in a room together, as soon as we were in a room together, actually, I think we did like 2 or 3 songs almost immediately. Because everyone's ticking away at their own ideas, and they bring them to the room, and then it just kind of works. I
was going to say, you probably all brought your ideas with you.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, I've got this bit, or
But
so go on.
Sorry, Ted. Go on, Ted.
No, go on.
I was just going to ask who writes the main lyrics.
Lyrics is Harry, the lead singer, predominantly. Music is all of us really. If we come with an idea, then we kind of work on it, and it's like we'll come with, like, Kieran and I will come up with a guitar riff, turn up, and then we'll just jam it out, see what it comes up with. Craig will come up with his drum idea, Reno will come up with the bass part, all on the spot, and then we go, okay, if this works, this doesn't work, and we kind of work our way towards it. It's like proper joint effort, which is great, because you get all of our influences that way.
All right, I was going to say, sorry, go on.
I was just saying, what you also find is that we think we've done it. We think, this is great. We'll go out and gig it, and then go, oh, that bit didn't really work, did it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, well, that bit's really hard to play live, so let's change that. So but the things get refined sometimes before they go to the studio. You kind of, nearly always before you go to the studio, we kind of road test the songs a little bit.
We're actually testing out a song on Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Friday. You're playing Monster Fest?
Monster Fest, yeah. So we're going to try out one of our new ones.
Oh,
okay.
Cool.
Who else is playing there?
On the same day?
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
I think it's Bad Touch.
Bad Touch are 2 after, aren't they?
And Heartbreakers. Is it?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the posters.
I know there's them Crows the day before. Wild Hearts are headlining on one of the days.
Oh, Wild Hearts, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't know who's on our day though.
Are those damn Crows playing?
They've got like their own fringe kind of gig on the Thursday.
Yeah,
okay.
The day before.
Isn't it?
It's like a completely different venue, I think. Yeah, it's like their own standalone thing, but it's part of the Monster Fest thing. Who else is there?
I think it's like a 3 days festival, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
The 11th. When's that? Next. That's the same time as Rockstock, then, is it, Dave?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the clash is going to be like there. We played Rockstock 2 years ago, right?
You did, yeah. And I was saying to Terry, I must have missed you because you played on the, I don't know what it's called, some Brian Harding stand or something.
Yeah. It was the not the main
Harding
stage,
stand.
but the other one. I don't know what you call it either.
I missed you guys because I was backtracking through like when I was doing a bit of research. I bloody missed these.
Yeah.
So, but I
was a fun gig.
It's normally because it's such a heavy night and such a long day.
Yeah.
Like kind of like the Saturday, I don't get out of bed until like 4 o'clock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's and that's the problem I think sometimes is you miss some of these like nuggets. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
we keep playing,
you guys. So I'll have to come and see you again soon because I really liking the music. So I missed you because Terry was adamant I'd already heard of you. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
yeah.
You're gonna love him. You're gonna love him. And I was like, yeah. He said, yeah. It's like. Yeah, they're awesome. So
go on. Sorry, Dave.
I was just going to ask, what are the gigs you got coming up this year? So you've got the Monster Fest next week.
Do you know what? I think that's it for this beginning of this, for the end of this year, because we've just been focusing on songwriting. I think we're kind of just want to release with like a new season starting next year. Start playing new stuff and release that, and then go for that. Because what we found was after doing our kind of like our debut album and playing that quite a lot in that year, and then coronavirus happened. We want to not just play the same set again and try something fresh, right? So and make sure the fans don't just keep seeing the same thing, which can happen.
Yes, you were pretty lucky, really.
Have you played in Wales?
Sorry?
Have you played in Wales apart?
Yeah,
from
we have. Didn't we play that biker club? Where was that?
The Patriot.
Yeah, the Patriot. Yeah.
Okay.
That was
So
cool.
I was going to say you need to come to Wales now in December, so I can come and hear your current set list because I missed it last time,
sure.
and then I'll come and listen to your new set list.
We played another gig in Wales as well,
Yeah,
didn't
we
we?
did. We stayed in that Premier Inn.
Yeah.
That's the bit I remember.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't remember where that was though.
It's near. Oh man, it's near. What's the one on top of the hill? That festival. It's near. It's just near where that is. I can't think what it is though.
Steelos.
I know it's near Blenavon and that way on because my dad.
It must be Steelos then, is it?
No,
I don't think it was Steelhouse.
the Dollhouse. The Dollhouse.
The Dollhouse.
Oh, in Abertillery.
Yeah, that's
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my dad's Welsh. My dad's family is all from Wales, and he's from Blenavon originally. So
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so he came down there, and then he was like driving around Blenavon, like bloody hell, this has changed. And then
Yeah. It is. I mean, I used to live in Blenavon, and my brother lives there. So, but yeah, it's like fucking. It's like a new. Everything's new now, you know. It's.
I think it upset my dad a bit, to be honest. It's like it's changed so much. He didn't. I think he's going for a bit real nostalgia trip, and then didn't really recognise much of it at all. So
Yeah, it's a shame, innit? You know, when you get the character taken away from the village, you know.
I mean, change is the only constant, right? It's like everything's constantly evolving, so you've got to roll with it, I guess. So
Yeah.
I like it.
Do any of you keep fit?
Again?
Do any of you keep fit?
Craig's the man.
I used to be. Before lockdown, I was in pretty good shape. But I was doing all right up to lockdown. But that one over Christmas buggered me basically. So it was kind of like when the gyms closed and it was dark at night and all the restaurants were closed. Like just after Christmas, it's like, well, that's it. The only thing that's left of me is Uber Eats now.
Oh no!
My regime was doing this on the phone, and that was it. So and it's been really, really. Got to be honest, it's been really, really hard to try and even get remotely back into shape. It's all more about not putting on more weight, not getting it back off again. But before, I mean, in February, I was supposed to be going to Vegas for a half marathon and stuff like that. And we used to
Who goes to Vegas for a marathon?
Well,
the Shandy
I've been
Man.
to Vegas for a stag.
Yeah, the Shandy Man.
That's a true story. I've been to Vegas for a stag do, so I'm okay to go. I've done the hard yards. So
Okay.
Well, have you heard of a woman called Jocelyn Rivas?
Oh,
She's from El Salvador, and she has just run her 100th marathon, and she's the youngest ever to do 100 marathons. She's only 24 years old.
That's insane. Kudos for that.
Yeah.
I couldn't run a one marathon. A half marathon leaves me dead, but doing a full marathon.
Not even a mile.
I could eat one.
Mile in an Uber.
Yeah. with the thing.
I could eat a marathon, but they're called Snickers now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's about it, really. I'm not very good at running. I'm too old now anyway. I don't need to run anyway. You know.
So we've got bikes. That's what we got a motorbike for.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah. Well, I am. Yeah. Any of you ride bikes?
No, I can't say
No, I never did. No.
Me as a kid, used to do motocross when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah.
I used to live in North Lincolnshire in Boonies, so it's like all fields and farms around there. So every other person had a motorbike up there, and my mate had a farm, so you could go hooning around that. But it's like I think if I took a motorbike on the road, I did my CBT test the other year just to kind of go, you know what, I'm going to just see if I can do this without killing anyone. And I just survived. But after doing that and then like driving down the motorway, I thought, you know what, I'm not really going to take the bike on the road. It's like just instant donor material, to be honest. So it's like, I don't want to do that. But fair play to those who do. I love bikes, but I just know I wouldn't fare very well on one, I think. So.
Yeah. David doesn't like motorbikes.
I don't. It's not. I don't like them. I reckon they're cool, and I like watching them on MotoGP and stuff. It's just I can't ride them.
Same here, man. I just can't.
I've done it once, and I was hanging off the back of it like an Ewok. I got the clutch, and it was a KX. I might have been KMX 250 or something. And the clutch was riding, and I just opened it up and pulled this monster wheelie. Looked like a complete pillock.
Oh man!
But yeah, I'm done. I'm getting off, aren't I?
Just imagine his legs at the back.
I actually sort of like went over, my legs went on either side of the bloody thing as well. I was like hanging off the side of it. It's scary, really, really scary.
One off your bucket list, though, right? Riding a bike, tick. Next.
Rodeo. Complete it.
So I've seen you play with some pretty big bands. I mean, who was the biggest band you played with?
Oh, I don't know.
It's tough. Is it massive?
Include festivals, like.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, do festivals count?
I don't think they do.
No.
Yeah,
who have we supported?
Who is it? Was it Massive? We've supported it.
Massive, at Camden Underworld. That was good.
Yeah, that was pretty big. That was good fun. It was good crap.
Yeah, that was really cool.
But like you say, I mean, most of the biggest support ones are all festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think we count, do they?
Yeah.
Do you reckon? Well, not really. I mean, we've done a few festivals back in the day, and you don't really get to meet the other artists. You know, everyone's in such a rush, and even when you go to the VIP area and you're backstage and stuff, I mean, people are in and out all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like you're sitting down and having a chat with people. You know? It's like, so you're better off. I mean, talking about support, I suppose, at a proper gig.
Massive, then, yeah, Massive is the biggest one.
Yeah, I think so. I think
have we played with anyone? Can't remember.
We probably have. I've forgotten now. But who's that Canadian band? Glass
Rush.
Tiger.
Glass Tiger. I forgot about that.
Glass Tiger.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
I completely forgot about that gig.
Yeah, that was a weird out of the blue one.
Yeah.
You know, couldn't have been a more. Have you guys heard of Glass Tiger?
No.
There you go. That's how big they are. So they're kind of, I guess they're from like the, I don't know, 80s or 90s, something Canadian band.
83 apparently they formed.
Okay. Are they a bit like Steel Panther or?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. They sound a bit Steel Pantherish.
Yeah, it sounds like Glass Tiger sounds just like a very slightly more fragile version. But it's no, they were more poppy, weren't they? I would have said actually. I don't know how we got on this.
For a Grammy once. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how we got on the support ticket for that, but it was.
Well, there you go.
Where was it?
Following as well.
Where was it?
That man.
Camden,
where was it? It was
and Camden,
North London somewhere.
How long have you been in the band then,
Park.
Hey?
How long have you been in the band?
Since.
What time is it now?
August, I think. I think from August.
Okay.
July, August.
Yeah.
Have you managed to play any live shows with the band yet?
We played twice or three times.
Yeah, we played Goat Fest.
Just Push Play.
Just Push Play.
Yeah.
And then Gravesend.
And Gravesend, three times. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
And how do you fit in?
Rubbish.
I don't know. I mean, everything comes really natural with them. So we get along really well, and in the studio and making music, it's everything is so natural and easygoing. It's great. It's
cool.
Really great.
Yeah, it's nice if you can fit in straight away. You know, sometimes it can be a bit tough joining a.
I know.
I suppose you're quite established as at the Sun.
Yeah.
You released an album in 2019, and sometimes you can get a bit of a weird vibe when you're joining in. You know.
Well, I think the funny thing was that Reno came and he knew the songs better than we did, so.
Oh, okay.
It was always a good thing. And then we started like jamming, and then when writing stuff, it just like we didn't. You know, it's right when you don't have to explain anything, and it just happens.
Yeah.
That was what it was. So it was great.
Did you all know each other before?
No, we didn't. Not. How did you? Did you audition? Did you find the advert through Facebook or something, Reno?
No. It was in Instagram that you guys posted.
I remember. Yeah, it was Instagram. Yeah.
And I sent you guys a message, and
yeah.
The thing is, we used to share the scene a little bit. I used to play with Trident Waters, and we were in the same scene in a way.
Okay, yeah.
It's rock scene. So it was. I don't know.
So you not necessarily knew each other, but you've seen each other about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we actually played a few of the same events, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That goes back to what you're saying about festivals, how you don't actually hang out with the people. Unless you're with the band that's following you, or the one that's just preceding you. You don't tend to hang out with the bands there because you're not sharing the same space at the same time.
And you get told to shove off real quick as well. So
yeah, you do. Yeah. That's always a bummer, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Unless you can sneak off into the VIP area and
destroy the rider.
Get your roadies. Get your roadies to clear the stage for you.
Yeah. Oh, stuff of dreams for a drummer, that is.
Oh yeah.
And Harry's walking off with his SM58.
Yeah, exactly.
To tidy up.
Yeah. See you at the bar.
Yeah. In fairness, if Harry's off first, it's because he's making his way to the merch desk.
That's true.
Props for that.
Yeah.
Someone's got to get there. So.
Well, he says he is.
Via the bar.
So apart from your new music, then, what have you got planned for next year?
It's pretty much all focused around. We're just lining up gigs at the moment, but it's pretty much focused around studio time and writing. Really.
Get in the studio, write more, and we're hopefully going to do beginning of first quarter of the year a headline gig in London. Because we are aware of the fact that we haven't played London in a while now, properly. So yeah, we'll be doing a full-on kind of gig then, hopefully towards February, March time. Okay. And then after we've recorded the first few songs, just get out there and start gigging as much as possible again, I think, because I think we all missed that over lockdown. And it's kind of why we do it anyway. Just playing live is one of the most fun things you can do, right? So
yeah.
I guess a lot of that, and just see where it takes us. So
all right, cool. Do you produce your own stuff as well then, since you've got this DIY ethic?
Demos,
demos, obviously,
but
final
other
cut
than that, no, the final product we don't do ourselves because we're not good enough.
That's so honest.
Yeah,
we've got good gear, but studios have got awesome gear, and they've dedicated expertise to making it sound good. So it's why would you not?
And it's also a fresh set of ears as well. When you're doing your own kind of songs, you're very biased as to what you like, and sometimes you might come up with such a good idea that you just add that in there as well. Yeah, especially with extra instruments that you might not be so proficient at. Yeah.
Do you have anyone in mind, or? Cause I'd like to give somebody another shameless plug, to be honest.
For producing? Yeah. Well, we're looking at a few. I guess top of the list at the moment to look at is John Mitchell. Is one of the guys that he is the guy that did our last album. Mm-hmm. And then Romesh is actually in Wales.
Yeah, I know Romesh.
Yeah, so that's somebody we're looking at because he has that modern sound to him as well. It's kind of that kind of style we're moving towards. And then a bunch of others that we're just having a look at the moment. There's somebody in Manchester as well.
There's somebody in London. I think he's in London. Is he in London, Dave? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in London.
Who's in London?
Justin Paul Hill.
Justin Paul Hill. Yeah, it's worth having a look because at the moment we haven't chosen anybody. So
he's good.
All right,
I mean, I've mentioned him a few times, but he is really good.
Nice.
He just did the Black. Is it one? It sounds like fucking Black Kids. Them Bloody Kids. He just did their new album.
All right.
And he's done loads of stuff. He used to be the singer for Sixth.
All right.
Okay.
So I think he is in London, I think. And I don't think he's too expensive.
Blimey. That's a rare combination.
Yeah.
Well,
I was thinking about that. Yeah, I was like, wow.
I was thinking, no, it's in London. Good.
Yeah.
Just going to sell my kidney on eBay to cover that.
Yeah.
The last quote he gave me for a song was 350 quid.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but he is really good. So
you might want to edit that out. He probably won't thank you for you saying that.
Yeah.
Overdub it was £1,000.
But you should check him out, man. He's done some really good stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
And he's got that modern thing going on as well, and he can be quite heavy as well.
Okay.
And he can also be really light as well, because he's just done another band called fuck, I can't remember what they're called now. He's been busy with them for a couple of years actually. The guitar player used to be in one of my bands, and they are making 80s synth with like a metal guitar over it.
Nice.
LeBrock, that's what they're called, LeBrock.
LeBrock. All right.
Yeah.
LeBrock.
And he's just produced their album as well.
Oh, nice. We'll check him out. Thanks for that.
He's really good. Yeah, check him, man. He's you know. Don't tell him I sent you.
Yeah.
We'll just send him the link to this. And
I to be honest, I've got to get him on the show. I haven't spoken to him for a while, so.
Say Terry sent you, and he said it would be no more than 350 quid max for the album.
Yeah, exactly. Abbey Road.
First song that was not for the album.
No, you're breaking up. Sorry.
All right, and guys, you got any more, Dave?
Yeah, I just wondered, when did you all start playing? How old were you? You know, start when you were young, in school, a bit later on?
I think in school, when I was maybe 12, 13, when I started with bass. But before that, I used to do like piano lessons and those kind of things. But I think full on with bass, I think was 13. Yeah, definitely. 13.
Yeah, guitar for me was 14. And
okay.
Piano again, like you're saying, when I was a kid. So like 3 or 4, I think piano started.
I guess just to learn like proper music, you start with piano.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then when you know the strings, you go full on with the strings.
Yeah.
I even tried cello before as well.
Oh, man.
I really like it, but I don't know.
Always
it doesn't feel natural for me playing like that.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that weird shit on the internet where they're playing the guitar like that now?
I didn't see that.
With a bow?
The Who guys.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys, they're rocking it.
Are they? I've just seen, it wasn't the Who, I just saw some other shit on there. This is the new way to play the guitar. It's like, fuck off.
Exactly, yeah.
Tibetan guys, those guys. Have you seen those Tibetan dudes? They're awesome. They're heavy as anything, but like playing traditional instruments that are all distorted and everything. It's quite
wow. Hey, like a traditional instrument with distortion over it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's like some kind of primal war cry kind of thing going on. It's quite it's pretty awesome. So.
I saw those two guys doing cellos.
Oh, they got the 2 cellos, aren't they?
Yeah. And Steve Vai was in the same. It's obviously a bit of a setup.
Yeah.
But Steve Vai was in the same record shop, and then these two guys went to the music shop.
Oh, cool.
And these two guys went to the cellos and started playing all these heavy metal songs. And everybody left Steve Vai because he was doing like an album signing or whatever. And then everybody left him and went to these 2 cello guys, you know. But I don't know how much of it was staged and how much it wasn't staged. But yeah, they're rocking it out, like.
Yeah, they're smashing it.
Yeah. It's always interesting, but you know, like playing a fucking guitar with a bow.
Yeah, that's a bit odd. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, maybe for 3 minutes or 2 minutes, but after that, I will get bored.
Yeah. Hour and a half set.
What about slide guitar? I mean, I was looking at some slide guitar today, and that seems pretty easy.
Slide is difficult.
All right, then.
Really.
That's amazing. I played 3 or 4 chords. Slide guitar looks really easy.
Well, obviously, you have to know where the chords are, and you slide on the bridge itself, don't you?
Depending on the tuning, it depends on the tuning, because like you obviously aren't using frets anymore, and it's almost like a fretless guitar. So your intonation has to be perfect. Yeah. So you have to have as long as you got a good ear, it's okay. But to make it sound like Derek Trucks and like Dwayne Allman and all these guys, it's so hard. But yeah.
I was going to have a go at it, and I thought it looked pretty easy.
Yeah, but
I'm crap at playing the guitar, so I thought I'm always trying to find ways to fucking
to make it easier.
So I thought, slide guitar. I mean, you're not really. I know you're playing like major chords, if you like, but you're playing them over the frets.
Yeah.
And then you're finger picking, and the finger picking's a bit difficult, I guess.
Yeah, because you got to mute certain strings at the same time. Yeah. All that kind of stuff. Yeah.
But apart from that, it seems pretty fucking easy, like.
Right.
Just so you know, as a drummer, I just heard like 120 seconds of static there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I heard.
Yeah, it can't be that hard. How hard can it be? That's my favourite.
I can't play guitar. I tried twice to learn the guitar, and both times it was such an epic fail. Never sounds the same when you hit it with sticks. It just never works out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of an epic fail with me as well.
Yeah,
I just can't. It hurt my delicate hands as well, and I wasn't expecting that. So,
well, I said to my girlfriend, I said I can't play the guitar. I've been trying now for nearly 3 years. I might as well buy a set of drums. And she's like, no.
Neighbors are going to be happy.
Yeah.
I was going to buy an electronic kit, you know.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But she's like, oh, you can still hear it.
Yeah, but it's nowhere near as bad. It's nowhere near.
Yeah, it's just like just tapping on the table, really. You know?
End of the day, it's all just consistency in doing it a lot, right? Even with guitar, it will sound shit for the longest time, then eventually it would start sounding like music.
Well, 3 years later, it still sounds shit for me.
It takes ages, man. It takes so long.
You know, it's like David's never going to get there.
No,
He didn't even pick his up. At least I went a whole year like practicing almost an hour every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
how are you going about it? Was it like YouTube videos and stuff, self-taught?
Yeah. I started on some lessons then. I had about 15 lessons.
Yeah.
But the guy was a bit hard work, really, because he just kept going off and wanting me to do all these like solos and stuff. And I was like, well,
that's a problem, man. That's a problem. A bad teacher at the beginning.
Yeah, it screws it all up.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. It was like, well, you know, play this chord, and then we'll play this over it. You know, like what do you call it? A thingy bob scale.
pentatonic. Or
Pentatonic scale. You know, it's like, you know, and I can do that anyway. You can play an A, and then play an A pentatonic or whatever. That's easy, you know. But try and make any music out of it is just something else. I can't switch it over in my brain, really.
He should have just given you a slide.
Yeah, he should have. Yeah, then I would have been flying.
It's easy.
Yeah, 3 years later, I'll be making him out of bottlenecks and all sorts. I'll be flying.
I have a question, Dave.
Yeah.
Is that a Commodore Amiga?
I was about to ask him the same, man. I wanted to ask him the same.
Yeah. So
my God.
1200.
Go on then.
That's proper vintage.
It's vintage. Does it still work? Do you do stuff with it?
Yeah. I got a A1200 there. My laptop was actually propped on top of my Atari ST.
Yeah.
I got another Amiga there. I got a 1040 Atari ST under my bed as well. And then I got a whole host of like Jaguars and Nintendo 64s. And
there we go. I know one now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sega Mega Drive and all that.
Some of this predates Chet, and then
that's right.
Chet born, and then games consoles. It's I would have given my left nut for one of those Atari STs because they had the built-in MIDI ports, right? So that was like for someone who was trying to get into as a kid, like trying to do computer music. That was like, it was made for it.
Oh, all right. So you didn't want it for gaming then?
No, I did a bit of gaming, but really, I'd probably do more gaming now than I ever did as a kid, in fairness. But no, it was all about music for me, really. I had a Commodore 64 back in the day, and my mate had one, and he had this the Steinberg Pro 24, whatever it is, which is like the pre.
I know that.
Cursor to Cubase, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
As it is now. So like way back. And they had that, and I thought it was like something from a different world. It was like I'd traveled in time to see the future or something. And he had a Yamaha DX7 plugged into it, and I also thought that was an amazing thing. Is
that the keyboard?
Yeah, probably the most retro synth you can get now.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go.
Cool.
But I work in IT now as well. So.
yeah, as you can tell.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what it was. I just look at it and I think, what the fuck is that old crap on there?
I thought it was just a keyboard. I was like, all right.
Looks like one of them old typewriters.
Sounds like it when it gets warming up. Yeah. Sounds like a jet engine taking off. Well, you heard it earlier on, didn't you? Because I was testing some games out on my other Amiga.
Yeah.
What the hell is that noise? This drive loaded.
Okay. It was like. Thought they were trying to come through the wall.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's all good.
All right, then, guys. Well, it's been great talking to you.
Yeah, and you, thank you for having us on.
And when you get some more music, let us know.
Definitely will do.
Yeah, we'll get you back on.
We're gigging in Wales as well. Come down.
Yeah, I list you. So I've started following your Facebook page now. So
cool.
We'll make sure we promote everything in our Facebook pages and Instagram and everything. And over this side of the border, I'll definitely come and watch you. I haven't said that, mine. I'm happy to venture into England a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'll dip my toe into Bristol every now and again. Do you know what I mean? So I'm actually in London a week Friday. So we're down there for the weekend or for a couple of
nice one.
Nice.
So,
Philharmonic thing, is it?
Yeah, Queen Symphony.
Oh, you're going to that?
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
Good night, that should. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you reckon I should wear? I know it's a bit of a random question because it's in the Palladium, isn't it? So am I supposed to go half tidy? Or
Half naked or?
Which half?
Is it a shirt? Or I said to my missus about, she said, you wear what you want. I said, yeah, but
wear what you want. You're good.
I live in like rock t-shirts and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure they might not let me in. I don't know if I gotta wear a tuxedo or what.
Nah, something like that. Wear what you want.
I was at the Royal Albert Hall the other day, and there was a mix, people in like just like rock stuff, jeans and stuff like that, and then there are people in like suits.
Pajamas.
I think, pajamas. Yeah.
Onesies.
Yeah, generally speaking, and I was one of them. But yeah, it's like you just wear what you're comfortable in. It's London, actually. It's far. It's not like the 50s. It's like everyone just does what they want to do now, which is kind of
bring
cool.
£7 for your pint.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah.
I know.
My confession is that I was at the Royal Albert Hall seeing Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
Oh, is he still alive?
Still alive and rocking.
Yeah, he was. He didn't move much, but he did sing. So
okay.
But
how old is he now then? He must be about 80 or something.
76, I think. I didn't know he was that old. When I went to see him, I was like, Jesus, this guy's hardly moving at all. And I was like, oh, he is 76. He's not like 50 something. He's 76.
Yeah, he is old, isn't he? Yeah.
He is, but he's got a stonking voice still, you know.
Yeah.
All that aside, he has got a heck of a voice. It's ridiculous, his voice, really. It was ridiculous when he was like 40 something. So
yeah.
You know, it's still awesome. But,
yeah,
proper cheesy night out that was. It was great.
Yeah, it's good. Eat them every now and again, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. It's like we were talking about Abba earlier on, so it's like I feel like I'm amongst friends now. So.
What's your thoughts on Ed Sheeran?
Big fan.
Awesome songwriter, I would say. Yeah.
Amazing songwriter.
We've had this conversation a couple of times now, though, because he writes for the guy from Snow Patrol, doesn't he?
He writes for everyone.
Yeah.
No, he writes with the guy from Snow Patrol.
Oh, does he write with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that nowadays most people write.
All the his hits that they write together. This guy from Snow Patrol, and they had another guy writing with him as well this time. His last couple of hits.
I think I prefer more of his acoustic stuff for sure.
Do you? It's a bit whiny, isn't it?
What, the original album, the Plus album?
Yeah, you know, all about fucking death by drugs and.
Listen to rock and roll music, man.
Yeah, or Morrissey.
Yeah, or Morrissey. Yeah, he's a bit of a fucking. Yeah.
The guy
dancing around with daffodils hanging out your fucking pocket.
Yeah, that's the one.
Remember him? Yeah. Oh, he was a fucking bit of a knob, wasn't he?
He was.
There's a lot of it about back then.
Yeah, girlfriend in a coma. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
I don't get him. Don't get Ed.
Ed.
Oh, Ed, I was talking about Morrissey then.
Well, I've been married for 30 years, so I definitely don't get Ed either, but I don't get Ed Sheeran either.
He's definitely able to release whatever he wants now and he goes to number one. So I think his latest stuff's, in my opinion, not as good as that old stuff. But
I think that's what pisses me off with him, is the fact he can release any old shit.
It goes straight to one.
Yeah, that's what. And then you got, you know, up and coming bands like yourselves that are releasing really quality music, and it doesn't get the recognition that people like Ed Sheeran and Mariah Carey and arsewipes like I get. That's what frustrates me.
I didn't hear much about Ed Sheeran. Maybe one or two songs.
Yeah, don't listen to him.
Depressing. You know, the whole
no idea who he is.
I'm going to be playing it now.
No. You don't know who he is?
Yeah, well, I know his face, but his music, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 songs top.
No, you'll get really depressed. You shave your head, you shave your beard, you jump off a bridge.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Maybe not then.
Yeah, maybe not.
I do remember back in, was it 2017, 2018, something like that? 17, I think, because of where I was living. And like I remember having like the charts on the TV.
He had like 8 songs in the charts or something.
Yeah, for music. He had some, you know, top 1, 2, and 3 were in the charts. He had all 3 slots, and I'm like, how does one person have 3 songs in the top 3 spots on the charts?
And you know the one after that, I remember when that was, and Justin Bieber was the one after him, and he wrote that song as well.
Yeah. Well, that year, when we spoke about this before, I think he had 8 songs written or co-written in the top 10.
Yeah.
That's fucking balmy, isn't it?
I still can't stand him. I'm so outnumbered in my household, and my son comes over and he's like, he's the best performer, best songwriter without doubt. He said everybody wants to collaborate with him. And I said, I don't, I get that everything he touches is like chocolate or gold or whatever, but I still don't get it. I don't know what it is. There's something about him. I just don't like him. I mean, he was in Game of Thrones, and I was hoping he was going to get.
Yeah, that was a little bit cringe, wasn't it?
Yeah, the hound should have taken his head off him.
Yeah.
Was he in Game of Thrones?
Yeah, he did a cameo.
Yeah,
and he was singing.
Singing. Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Ed Sheeran, isn't he?
It was a bit embarrassing.
Fucking dick. I would have
Maybe they get the darkness on the remake.
Yeah, I just don't get it, man. So what sort of acts do you listen to? Obviously, we've touched on Rival Sons and people like that, and Abba. Who else do you like listening to?
Queens of the Stone Age, I like.
Yeah.
Royal Blood, I like.
Yeah, Royal Blood.
Yeah.
For me, it's Winery Dogs. I just love them.
I have to check them out. I haven't heard them. Have you heard them?
Sons of Apollo as well. Those kind of guys are.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man. For me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll have a listen to that.
Yeah.
Winery Dogs.
Nothing But Thieves. They're a newer one that I listen to.
Who was that? Sorry.
Nothing But Thieves.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
They're good.
Yeah.
But then to mix it up, like
Bring Me the Horizon is also good as well.
I was just going to say, Bring Me the Horizon as well. I listened to those before I knew who it was, because I'd used the Spotify playlist when I go to the gym and stuff, and they just kept dropping songs on there like Mantra and Doom. I was like, I don't know, this is making me run like an absolute knob. This is brilliant. So I was like totally out of control on the treadmill, but it's great stuff.
Yeah.
That's all the newer stuff that I listen to, I guess. But I still listen to like Metallica and things like that. So
okay.
I'm fan of that stuff. So
Like
I've never
Miley
not listened to that,
album.
I don't think.
Yeah. When Miley Cyrus' album came out, Plastic Hearts, I was listening to that. I was like, this is great.
A lot of people said that's really good.
Completely different thing again, right? And I love the production of things like Ariana Grande as well. Some of her music more recently is not as good as some of the earlier stuff, like God Is a Woman and stuff like that. But the production on it is amazing. It's like
Max Martin a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, you just get lost in that sound, and it's like, how do you sit down and make a sound like that?
Oh yeah, and Billie Eilish, similar kind of vein.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. So there's quite a mix. As I say, it's like that's why when we write stuff, it only happens when we're all in the room, because there's so many different flavors of stuff going through our heads. So
yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, then. Very good.
Super.
I'll let you go. And
dinner time.
Yeah, you haven't had your dinner?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, mate.
Okay.
Well, I'm an hour in front, so I've had mine.
I had Turkish tonight. It was absolutely bliss. Got it from Kemp Town.
Nice.
Can barely move now.
All right then, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Nice one, guys.
Yeah.
And keep us up to date, especially you, Craig, since I've chatted to you quite a bit.
Yeah. I'll let you know. I'll send you some. Well, you'll see us posting from Inverness. We'll go to Loch Ness or something. See the monster allegedly.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be Harry in his pants, but anyway.
All right, then, cool.
Brilliant.
All right, thanks, guys.
Nice,
All right, cheers, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.